Ezra Ginsburg here from Hockey Manitoba. Pleased to be joined by Hockey Manitoba alumni Nigel Dawes. Nigel, thanks so much for joining us today.
Oh, I'm looking forward to it. Good to catch up with you guys.
And just starting off, what are some of your favorite memories from playing minor hockey here in Winnipeg?
I think that's where I kind of, really fell in love with the game. I think playing on the outdoor rinks, I live really close to Dakota Community Center, so I'd go out and play outside. We'd walk over to the rink and we'd spend, hours on end playing there, and just how I met a lot of my friends through the game and just having different experiences, traveling around the city, playing different teams. And also, I mean, now with our kids, we're coming back around, and I see a lot of the same guys that I played against. Some of them were even on the same team.
And you represented Team West. This is going back a little bit here, but you represented Team West at the 2002 World Under 17 Challenge. That, of course, was held in Selkirk, Stonewall. What was it like to represent your country in your home province and to play with such talented players?
It was really that was awesome, especially when you move away so young from home to play in the Western Hockey League. To be able to kind of come back around the holidays and be close to home, if not almost at home, even though we're staying at a hotel for the tournament. But being able to see my family and have some friends come out and watch the games, it was a lot of fun. Definitely a lot of extra support, and it's kind of foreshadowing going once we played in the World Juniors in Grand Forks.
And that leads nicely into my next question because obviously, we have to talk about the World Juniors. You, of course, represented Team Canada twice, including winning gold at the 2005 World Juniors in Grand Forks. What stands out to you about that tournament? Because obviously, that by many people, that's considered the greatest Team Canada to ever represent the country at the World Juniors.
Yeah, it was just I mean, there's obviously a immense amount of talent on the team. With the lockout, we had multiple players that probably would have been in there or would have been in the NHL that weren't. So they were available for us to use again for World Juniors. And just such a bad, bitter taste from the year before in Helsinki, losing in the gold medal game. So from right at the start of camp, I think there might have been even less numbers invited because there were so many returning players. It was just business from the start to the finish. We all knew that there was one goal in mind, and we weren't gonna kind of waver from that at all. And Brent Sutter being the coach, he had a very work work mentality, and he treated us like pros, but very serious. There was no distractions, and it was just we had a lot of fun together as a group, but we were all there for one reason, and until we won, we weren't going to be satisfied.
After playing, I'm skipping ahead a little bit here, but after playing in the National Hockey League and the American Hockey League, you went on to play 10 years in Russia's Continental Hockey League. And you ended up being, and this is something that a lot of people here are very proud to say, that you were the highest scoring import player in league history, putting up just incredible offensive numbers in the Russian league. How would you summarize your time playing there, and what does that accomplishment mean to you, the legacy that you left or have having played in the Russian league?
Um, yeah, it was really it was a unique experience. Obviously, not something that you grow up thinking about, but it was a great opportunity. And when I left to go play there, I was only going to go for a year or two, but just really enjoyed being there, and I got to play a lot. The league was growing, felt more and more comfortable every year, and I was just having great success. And I was able to play with some really good players, and yeah, it was just nice to be able to be there as long as I was. Spending 7 years in Kazakhstan, looking back on it now, there wasn't a huge program in youth hockey. And I think from the time that I was there, along with some other of the imports, they really got a good TV presence on on the games, and a lot of the younger kids started playing. And I've seen a lot of players that I was playing with at the time that were coming up that are now kind of leaders in the league and playing on different teams. And also they've had some success in the World Championships, staying up in the A division a few times, and not yo-yoing back and forth as much. We've also seen some success for them in the World Juniors. They played, I think, two out of the last three. So it's really nice to see. I don't know for sure if I had any impact on that, but I know that around that time that we were playing, there was a lot of kids and the hockey schools were really growing. So I don't I think as a Canadian, I reflect a little bit of the success I had over there, but a lot of people in North America don't really know about it, and you know what, that's fine too. It's cool to be high up on the on those charts with some really good Russian hockey players as well.
And moving to this month, which is of course February, Black History Month, we wanted to ask you, for you, what is the significance of Black History Month for you?
I think it's reflecting and seeing some change. I mean, there has been a lot of change going on over the years, but I mean, there's still so much more to go. I was actually speaking with some kids last weekend with the Winnipeg Jets alumni, and just going over kind of my story and the challenges that I kind of faced growing up. I mean, the amount of times that that had to deal with racism and talking to some, there were some high school students and as well as some adults as well. But it's come a very, very long way since my dad was growing up, but you can still see so much progress that needs to be made. Sometimes we're still going backwards, and you still see these I guess altercations or incidences that happen on the news, whether it's in hockey or just in life, and it kind of brings you back pretty quickly. So we just got to keep working towards it, and it's nice to see more and more black hockey players playing, and not just in the NHL but at the grassroots level as well.
And what does it mean to you to be a role model for a lot of black, not just black players, but players in general, but specifically because it's Black History Month, for you, all the success that you had at the pro level, what does that mean to you that there are young players that are looking up to you?
It's still you kind of have to snap out of it sometimes, because I mean I was just a kid playing hockey, and I felt like I was everybody else until you kind of deal with the racism that you shouldn't have to deal with at all, but especially at a young age. But the fact that kids come up to me sometimes and they say, like, I watched you play World Juniors or play in the NHL, or it is cool, and it's sometimes it's hard to believe, but and now my son's at an age where he he's like, oh, he tells his friends that I played in the NHL, and I mean, a lot of these kids obviously never heard of me before, but the fact that I did do that, and I was able to live out a lifelong dream, it's really cool to be able to give back and also follow along with these young players playing the game today.
So you just mentioned your son who's playing hockey now, and you're helping out coaching. Is that something that you're looking at in the future getting involved in, or is it really dependent on just how far your son's going to go? Because I imagine he's just getting started in his young hockey career.
Yeah, it's fun to help out. I mean, I like being an assistant coach, and to give back that way. There's a lot of great coaches out there. I'm still kind of getting my feet wet in that, but it's fun to watch the kids improve. It's really fun to see how much fun they're having, and just to be a dad out there watching your kid play and see how much joy it brings him. We'll see where it goes down the road for him and for me. I mean, it's not. I don't know if it will be at the top of my list. Just got into some other business endeavors, so that will kind of keep my or occupy my time. But you never know down the road. I mean, I never want to close any doors, and maybe as he gets older and there's a little bit more time to commit to that, it might be down the road. But right now, it's just kind of helping him out and his team.
Nigel, thank you so much for taking some time to talk to us, and best of luck to you in the future.
Thank you. I appreciate it.